All right, bang. Today is Wednesday. It's April 2nd. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Before we get going on today's free swim, I want to talk about my friends at Game Time. The best part of college basketball is here, and we know you're as excited as we are to watch some big upsets throughout the tournament. Well, we're streaming in the cave. You can get out to see the action in person with Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. Plus, the Game Time Picks feature makes it even easier to find great deals on the seats that you want. You can even find last-minute tickets for the tournament for up to 6% off quickly and easily. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. I was looking at tickets for this weekend's games in San Antonio, everyone, and I found you can get in the door for like $200, $220. Not bad.
Not bad. Can't beat that.
Right? You can't beat that. Also, the ladies' Final Four. You can get in at Tampa. They are at like $140. So go see Paige Beckers.
Cub season is here.
Yep,
Cub season's here, exactly.
Phillies Cubs tickets with Game Time.
There you did. There you go.
Watch the Phillies whoop those Cubs.
There you go. So great deals. They've got great deals and curated for all tiers of tickets. You know you're getting the top option when you see the super deal icon. What are you waiting for? I'm going to buy those tickets now with Game Time Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Create an account. Use code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DOGWALK for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time. All right, Free Swim Wednesday. Kate is here for Chief. Kate, thanks for filling in.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, were you like a swimming lady back in the day?
I've never known how to I doggy paddle like a motherfucker. Okay. I could, and I can stay up for quite some time. But no, I can't do like the butterfly. Is that the one where you come out? I can't do the professional. You guys big swimmers?
I took lessons as a kid, but I wouldn't say I'm a big swimmer.
Yeah.
I was a lifeguard, so I guess by default, yeah. But I was never, you know how you would have to do those standard swimming tests, like if you were starting swimming class in the swimming portion of your gym class or like at a summer camp and they'd label you 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. I would never make the third one for some reason, but it really got to me. I was always number 2.
I was strategically in 1 because they expect the least out of you.
Yeah.
So I would just kind of float in the shallow.
But then
Good
you can't go to the
spot to be.
deep end.
Yeah,
with
true.
the rest of your friends. It's like,
true, but I feel like we all made a pact and we all went to 1.
we
we
had better
just hung
friends.
out
I felt like a
together.
recluse.
In the Marines, they make you take swim lessons. There's like a week in boot camp where everyone has to learn to swim because a lot of people come in not knowing. And the very start, you all have to line up and just walk off the diving board. And the people who sink, they call them iron ducks. It's like, oh, we got an iron duck. We got a sinker. And those are the people who get they have to spend the week really learning or whatever.
Wow, so they'd be drowning?
Basically, yeah. It's like, oh, we got an iron duck. There they go.
Were people quivering in fear to jump off?
People were not loving it.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
So, because you're also in full uniform and stuff when you jump in, so it's
fatigues.
already out of your element kind of thing.
It is amazing how bad some people could be at swimming. Not able to keep themselves afloat. You're like, dude, just
Well, a lot of
wave your
people,
arms.
especially if you were grow up, you're just wading out into the water. You don't really need to swim.
Yeah.
You don't really go in deep water.
It almost seems instinctual a little bit though to keep yourself afloat. But then you see some people like the iron ducks just sink to the bottom.
Yep.
It's give an effort.
But I feel like it's more of a panic thing than anything.
Definitely.
Sure.
And they do more harm than good when they're flailing and then they just don't.
Uh-huh.
A tough game to have the yips for swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of that too, is I feel like swimming lessons as a kid is pretty normal. These new private kids pools.
I can't bring myself to sign my kids up for it.
No?
The ones where they the kid is, are you talking about when they're unsuspecting and the person just reaches and rips the baby into the water?
Them under, and they pull them up. Yeah.
What is this?
They literally will throw them off a cliff and they're like, all right, the baby will figure it out. It's
like the COVID baptisms where they just shoot him with the squirt gun right around him.
Yes, pretty much. But you had to have, there's swim schools all over the place now. And I feel like those did not exist until 10 years ago.
Yeah, the one down the street here, I've been trying to get in. The wait list is crazy. It's
Really?
blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Did the city lessons. We got 8 for $20.
See, I did city lessons too. Yeah, it was super cheap, you
Yeah.
know. But now I feel like the swim schools are so prevalent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
Really? It's a full-on swim school?
Yeah, you haven't seen these?
It's right down
Back in our day, you just they reserved the shallow end for the kids' swimming lessons.
Who couldn't
and that's when
swim.
you learned.
Yeah. No, there's these swims. Would you agree, right? They're kind of everywhere.
They're everywhere now.
Yeah.
There's like 15 within like a 3-mile radius.
Yeah,
of
they're
here. It's
everywhere.
crazy, yeah.
So like, is it a swim school is just taking over the local pool for a couple hours?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And,
Well-
and charging you like $350 per lesson. It's like
Yes, it's kind of
It
like
was-
because my big thing too growing up was my mom was very hell-bent against not letting me do driver's ed anywhere besides like the public one because it was like way cheaper, like it was 3 times less. Like did you do expert?
Yeah.
Like it's super expensive. So same thing with swim schools. I feel like they're kind of
That's I
operating on
signed
that.
my son up for swim lessons I was like, I don't care if we have to drive like all the way across the city. $20 for 8 lessons, you can't beat it. And
Yeah,
our
yeah.
lessons ended up being in the very south of Chicago in what's called the Toxic Donut. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
It's like one of the biggest housing projects, I guess, in
Okay.
Chicago. And we went for all 8 lessons,
There you
and it was
go.
great. It was fine. It
Were
was
the
great.
teachers good? Everything was.
So no.
We were the only ones that were there, and
Yeah.
they were like, I think, kind of like, oh, great.
Oh shit! Someone actually signed up for
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Say fuck no without
I would
saying
bring
fuck
donuts.
no.
I'm like, I'm sorry, we're here. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
Fuck. But yeah, my son loved it. He had a great time.
Were they teenagers or?
Yeah,
like-
they were.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Like,
But
But,
that, no, that's the difference. Though. I feel like these swim schools are everywhere.
yeah.
And do you agree they weren't around? Like I
I
don't.
don't remember that. We did Wagon Town pool on the
Yeah.
other side of town. Growing up was like just this shithole outdoor pool that
That's where you went to.
these damn kids and their fancy swim schools and their
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Hard to. It's like getting into a club.
Yeah, I'm
Can't
sure.
get in.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a whole discussion on the mom. Are you in the mom groups?
I am.
She made her way in.
My
I don't want
sister.
to brag.
My sister tells me about those, and
Well, there's
Very
mom
interesting.
Facebook groups which are fucking bananas.
yeah, that's the one she tells me about.
Bananas. Like the Chicago moms or whatever. It's like someone could post the most innocuous thing and then everyone starts beefing in the comments about whatever. And I like to watch, but I also made it into my local neighborhood parks mom text group,
Oh.
which I've been angling to do for quite some
That's a
time.
text group.
We're in a text group. All the playground moms are in one big text group. And it's strength in numbers because on Fridays, they'll be like, one of the moms will be like, anybody want to bring a couple coolers and
Oh.
order some pizzas to the park? And then we all bring our kids and then they all play with each other. So you don't have to, you don't have
That's
to,
great. Is it
you don't have to hang out with your kid. No.
Is it exclusively just like when you guys go to the park? You want to meet at the park, or do you guys gossip about other things?
Anytime we gossip about, we went to the neck bone dinner together, all of us
Okay,
moms.
that's
That was
that
a mom's thing. Yeah.
For people that don't know what a neck bone dinner is,
No one else does.
Neither do we. And I went to one. But a lot of them are like lifelong Chicagoans, like from the city. And so it's been good for that. Like, it's been very helpful to be in that mom's group. Because when we first moved here, it was 2 summers ago now, at the end of 2 summers ago. And I remember seeing them all hanging out and being like, God, I want to get into that group. And now I'm in. It feels pretty good.
Yeah, we talked before about people are always like, oh, I don't need any new friends. I haven't made any new friends past high school, same guys. But your neighbors low-key become like some of your best friends later in life.
Yeah.
I feel like.
yeah, I mean, you have a lot of small talk with them to start. Like that's unavoidable,
Right.
and then small talk so many times can only lead you to some type of friendship.
Like
Yeah.
my family would like go on vacations and stuff.
Oh, would
with our
you?
Neighbors. Yeah.
Oh shit.
This group does like Great Wolf Lodge. Let's all go to Great Wolf Lodge in a
yeah.
month or so. And like there's, and then, they help watch your kids if blah, blah, blah. It's like it's been very good.
That is
So
nice.
yeah, something in North Jersey, I didn't get that. And here, everybody's so friendly. And it started at the block parties. I'm rambling, but I love Chicago, I gotta say.
And there was you couldn't find any type of thing like this in Jersey at all.
Not where I lived in the Meadowlands, where the Jets and Giants play. I don't know, it's football. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
And Rutherford, it was a cute town, but there was no.
It was like older people, like younger people, who like didn't have kids.
There was kids there, but like you had to drive everywhere. So you had to like drive to this playground. And like none of the parents were talking. Everybody was like always sitting on their phones. And here, I roll to the playground and somebody's like, have a pocket beer. I'm like, all right. They crack open an old style for you. I'm like, this rules.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
New
then-
Jersey, you have to be like blood in order to get into
Yeah.
texting groups.
Omerta.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never cut it.
The neck bone dinners, you're not getting invited there.
Yeah.
We got a segment today for everyone. I threw it out there on Twitter. I said for this week's free swim, we'll be talking about things that should be easier / things we should have advanced past by now.
Mm-hmm.
My example, I brought this up at the Yak last week, was screen windows. We
Agreed.
somehow should be past shoving our index fingers into them like a Chinese finger trap and not getting one caught in there to get them up.
I don't think I've ever lifted both sides up at the same time. If anything, it's always you pinch one side and it gets a little lopsided, then you pinch the other and you kind of just wiggle it up.
And once it's lopsided, you're fucked.
Right.
Yes.
It's like that forever. And then they get bent a little bit sometimes too, and then dirt and dust gets in there. It's like, it like never, the fuzzy part starts to peel off, and then.
Yeah. Very, very easy to break and have to repair instantly after the first use.
And someone did after the show, they sent me something. They're like, oh, yeah, there's these now. But how many people have those?
That's
nobody
what
I know.
That's what held me up for a lot of things like this, because as I was thinking about things that need to get easier, I realized so many things have become easier. Like I was looking at my ceiling fan at the time, and it used to be the chains. You pull the string down. It's like, is this slow, fast, medium speed? Now you have a remote control sometimes for your fan and your lights.
Yeah, but you're right, though. Like, we used the little chains for far too long. And they still use them.
Yeah.
They're not all remote control.
Right.
My house is the house I got here is from like 1993 or something like that, and nothing has been updated. We got a lot of pull strings in that house. We got a lot of pull strings, a lot of busted screen fucking windows.
Yeah.
A lot of.
Yeah, and even the screen itself breaks so easily.
Yeah.
And that's now you got bugs coming in.
Ours are like flapping in the wind, ripped open, and I'm just putting fucking scotch tape on our. We look so from when you walk by the house and like, oh my God.
Wait, what do you mean? They're just like opening
Like the screens are from 93. They're so old that they're like a thin silk fabric now. They're like falling apart. Like when you see a poor person's house.
Oh, like
that's me.
they're cut like from the inside.
They've just ripped in so many places. They like flap gently in the breeze. Like that's how old my screens are, that they don't even feel like screens. They feel like a soft fabric. It's like, guess how much to get new windows?
Oh.
Windows are a lot.
How much? Full house of windows.
Full house of windows. So
Townhouse, so one whole side doesn't even have windows. Guess how much?
I'm going to guess.
How many windows?
Yeah.
Let's say like 15.
Oh,
Is that a lot?
shit.
Is that a
Yeah.
lot? 3,
15?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I'm gonna
That's
guess
gotta be.
I'll say, yeah, about 15.
I'm going to guess like 12 grand.
Buddy, double it.
Stop.
Buddy, double it. Okay.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
we're just going to let those things keep flopping.
That's why I'm covering them in tape. I'm like, well, the boys will be fine if some mosquitoes get in here. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to kill some
Never
flies.
going to get new ones.
Do you have do you like have mosquitoes?
I haven't. Yeah. My cat is a good fly catcher.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
that comes in
good
clutch.
to
And
have.
again, I've just been taping up the holes.
Shout out Spork.
Like a rube. Longtime Stoolie Spork.
Yeah.
Window screens. Yeah. Windows.
Need to get
Yeah,
past
man.
it.
Yep.
Need to get past it. Danny?
Do they still, is there a new, I guess there is, a new advancement from the blinds when you have to twirl one and then you try the blinds that had the strings and it's always lopsided? Now they have like, I feel like it's only for the very rich where it's like remote control blinds.
You know
or
what?
you pull them down and up, that's great, but it also seems like that's maybe a poorer thing. I don't know.
You know what the new thing is? That I think it's expensive as fuck, but it rules. It looks like a regular big glass pane, and then you hit a button, and it's like thump, the whole thing turns super foggy, and you can't see through.
Oh, that's
It's
nice.
like, yeah. So we've advanced past it, Dan.
Okay. I wasn't sure because
No,
the
but
pull down
blinds-
blinds kind of seem they're somewhere in between like tacky and
Blinds still have
Convenient.
issues though. Like a lot of them are like you could never kind of figure it out and all make it work in one swoop. Like you do have to kind of.
You have to keep pulling it over and over,
Yes,
and the one
yes.
side keeps flopping down. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I thought would be more advanced, I don't necessarily have a problem with how they do it now, but I just thought it would be more advanced, are car washes. You still got the same instruments that hit your car every time, those big fans, the big wipers and everything. Those are from like the 80s. You
And
just
they
would have
never
thought.
really get it that clean.
Right.
Like, even
They're
if you
always
get the
missing a
most
spot.
expensive
There's
one.
some soap on the bumper still. You just would have thought with all this technology, it'd be like quick in and out, 5-second car sparkling now.
No free ads, but there's a car wash here in Chicago that I think got, what the fuck is it called? It got like advertised to me probably on the algorithm because I have kids. It's right in one of the near suburbs, but it is a car wash specifically to like, it washes your car, but it entertains your kids. It's like triply long, and inside is a whole light show, and they'll set it to music and stuff. And like for St. Patrick's Day, the whole thing was green and blah, 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 but it's like a party car wash for your kids or whatever. I'm like, it's on my list. We're going to get our car wash there for the boys, like whatever. But not at fans,
are-
but that's cool.
Are our children's minds that far gone? I feel like a car wash in
I
general.
was going to say that
It's
sounds
awesome.
overstimulating.
Yes.
I'm trying to find the name of it. They have an
You can see it,
Instagram,
you
and they're
can-
like,
You could go through the same car wash 5 times. You're entranced every
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
as a
Like
kid.
when you see that soap just getting squirted on, and then
Yeah.
I wish I could find it. Fuck. Anyway, pretty exciting story about me, but
I also had can openers. I don't know if it's just me. I can never get it right. After like 5 minutes, I'm just stabbing a can with a knife half the time.
yeah, I guess you would think that there'd be something where you could just like pull up, and it's like, oh,
Right.
these
Right.
days, if it doesn't have a pull tab on it, I'm like, I'll just find it. I buy the brand with the pull tab because I hate using the.
yeah. I guess you literally just answered what it could be, but I was saying like even outside of that, like there should be a way where it's just like it just pops off. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems easy enough, but
Yeah, rather than like
I'm no
and,
inventor.
crank it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and it's just like lining up the razor circle with it. I don't know. It just doesn't work half the time.
Yeah.
I'll get called a dumbass. That's fine.
No.
It's something I haven't mastered yet.
A little trick I learned is you get a strong magnet and you use that to, because the top of the can always gets stuck down in the food, and you're like, oh, you take a magnet, you pull it right
yeah,
up.
kind of same with the wine cork. That'll happen sometimes.
Yeah, it gets
The
stuck
wine
down.
gets stuck in the bottle.
Get stuck there. Kate, you have any?
Mine was slightly heavier. War. I was thinking about it. It's like, okay, 2 countries are beefing about something.
Yeah.
Why do we have to kill millions of people? Like, why can't we, why aren't we just, at this point, I would watch the fuck out of a robot war.
Right.
All right, send your best robots over. Okay.
Let's play a card game about
Or
this.
let's play a game, or, all right, like Hunger Games style. We'll pick 10 on 10.
Mm-hmm.
You pick your 10 best, we'll pick our 10 best, and that's fucking it. No go backsies. Okay.
Yeah, just put all our athletes on the front lines in a game, basically, instead of soldiers dying.
Or let's like steal stuff.
Or like, why are we letting the politicians and the top people who will never
Go out
like
there.
send these young boys to die, and then whatever? But I feel like we're past. I feel like there's got to be a cooler way, a more entertaining way.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Make it
That's a
get
good
like the
point.
show Wipeout. Maybe the 2 presidents have to run a Wipeout course.
Yeah, or like steal a monument. Like if someone comes over and steals the fucking Liberty Bell,
Then that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
like rival high schools on homecoming week stealing the mascot.
Yep.
exactly. We'll be on that MTV show.
Yeah. If you poop in our locker, you win.
Yeah,
Then okay. Fuck.
win.
We should have been awake. Yeah. I feel like we could do it in a cooler way.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a larger issue, but
Yeah.
I think you're there.
Yeah.
I think I got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why are
It's
we
also
still
coming
doing
from
that?
coming from a veteran.
yeah, coming from a veteran. Yes.
Why are we still doing that, guys? Come on. Yeah.
I mean, on that same note, I feel like this is a cliche one, but church is just one thing that hasn't advanced at all in the past 1,000 years or so.
You got the new age churches now. They're like light shows, fog shows, laser beams,
Where are
holograms
those?
of Jesus, people coming from the ceiling. The mega churches,
Ah,
holy
yeah.
smokes, they've
Kate's
got it
algorithm
going on.
must be wild.
Buddy, it's like Righteous Gemstones on steroids. Some of these churches, they got like whole rock and roll bands that fucking rip and like.
But that
whatever.
I don't like that because now I know it's going to be a 2-hour ordeal.
Tr-
No,
but
I
you'll
want to be
having-
in and out. I don't want to be watching a concert in church.
That's where the hot girls go.
yeah.
That's where
Yeah, the hot girls that won't fuck.
Yeah. True. Oh,
Just kidding.
you never know. Yeah, church could be.
Church could be a billion times better.
Mm-hmm.
At least
Yeah.
at least change the Christmas ones that everyone has to go to.
I remember growing up and people saying like Sister Act, like if they really started getting into it like that,
Yeah.
like people would, would catch on.
I don't know. It's hard though because like I don't necessarily want to like it enough to be singing along with the songs.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be a little more maybe nope. I was gonna say like collaborative, but I don't want to collab at all. Again, I don't want to sing. You would maybe think they even switch the verbiage a little.
Yeah, you don't want to do
Switch
anything.
it
Ye-
up a little.
Ye doth
Yeah.
die.
I think we're getting past these a little bit, or at least like there are becoming advancements to it, but passwords, like we got to figure out the password situation.
Yep.
That's a crisis.
Right.
I have to redo mine. I'm like the most ADHD, disorganized, whatever. Every goddamn day, I'm updating my passwords. And
Yeah. Like because you want to, or because they're
no, because
asking
I'm
you to?
dumb. I forget, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta
Yeah,
reset.
yeah.
Blah 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 blah. And yeah, and then it's like a new variation of the last one, which confuses me. And
And then when they tell you either have the login or password wrong, like tell us which one it is.
I never
already.
know my username. I never know. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I do like that they're doing like I think it's Airbnb. You just type in your number and then they text your phone and then you get in.
And then you're fine.
That's it. Like we should just move to that somehow.
What do? They just don't they text you the code?
They text you the code. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like to get into the website.
And just do that. I'd rather do that every time. Okay, and then.
Yeah, but then I guess people will say, "Oh, then if you get your phone stolen, someone gets access to your whole life." But it might be a problem. But
I got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks with passwords because then you want to have the same password for everything so that you can remember it. You can't remember 8 different passwords, but like you said, someone will have full control over my existence if they figure out so much as one of my passwords.
Yep.
I had this on here, and this might just be a me problem too, and this is game time aside, but sometimes getting tickets is just
brutal.
An absolute chore.
Yeah.
To figure out. And then you transfer on it. Remember when we tried to go, I forgot, it was years ago, like before game time, but we tried to go to an event and like, oh, I don't have it yet, you know? And it's this constant battle. Oh, send it to my phone. No, send it to my email.
Oh, yeah.
It was a nightmare.
You don't want to be waiting for 2 hours for Taylor Swift tickets online anymore, Eddie?
Yeah, tickets is a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Thanks to game time. I'm glad it's not anymore.
But I know, yeah. Thankfully.
Thank God they fixed it.
They did. But like back in the day before we had them, it was Wild West. I'll read some of these that people have submitted to.
I saw one I liked.
Did you? Actually, let's take a break from this segment. Let's go into the on or off the leash segments. Okay. Let me lay out a scenario. You tell me if it's on or off the leash, Kate.
Okay.
You're in a drive-through.
Mm-hmm.
You say your order. There's a line. The person in front of you, you see there is some kerfuffle.
Okay.
You see the lady in front of you. She opens up the sandwich to show the lady who's working the drive-through that it's not the one she ordered. So the lady goes, okay. So she balls it back. She puts it back in there. Like she wraps it back up, but she never takes it out of the wrapper. She just undresses it and then dresses it back up. She puts it back in the bag, gives it away. You roll up. The lady hands you your order, and you look at it and you notice that it is the unballed sandwich. Is it off the leash to send that back? It hasn't been touched, but it's been undressed clearly. It hasn't been touched outside of the wrapper, I should say.
My answer is opposite of what I would do because I'm a pussy. I could find a hair in my meal and I'd be like, well, that's okay. I'm not worth redoing it for. I'm a loser. But it would be, I think in that case, it would be okay to be like, I'm sorry, I saw them open it. Do you mind making me a new one really quick? Like, yeah, just because the thought of their aura being on your sandwich. It was in their vehicle. It was in their smell. It was in their breath. It was in their zone. It was like inches from their face probably. And I just, it gives me the ick a little bit. Even though they didn't touch it, that gives me the ick.
Okay.
I don't think you'd be in the wrong task for a new one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, but like what did they really do differently? Because the drive-through worker probably had already touched it before showing that person that it wasn't their sandwich, Like I don't think anything, I don't think it became germy.
But you would hope that the drive-through people...
And I would think as a former drive-through worker, not to brag, you would anticipate that they saw that and like at least rewrap it with a different wrapper that wasn't crumbled just to avoid that.
Yeah, at least try and trick me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was at like not even the 2 windows. This was like they push you to the front, like and they hand you it outside of the lobby,
Oh.
So it wasn't anything different.
Oh.
I want my sandwich on the minimal amount of hands.
Yeah, and also
amount of hands.
The drive-through, I don't think she's touching it. I think she's just moving and shaking the
Well, someone's
register.
touching it is what I mean.
Sure, someone's touching it, but you hope they adhere to, basic protocol, wash your hands, like wear gloves, like whatever.
I'm saying on the leash. It's on the leash task for new.
Okay.
I would feel bad.
It's on the leash, but I don't think it's going to go your way because that drive-through employee is just going to be like, oh, no, we didn't do that. This is a different one. You have to really fuck up to somehow show that was a wrapper that had just been opened.
No, but it was obvious.
But like, how is it obvious?
Because it was unwrapped.
But how is that obvious?
Because, when they wrap them up, they're nice and tight,
That's what I'm saying. The drive-through employee, I think, would normally just rewrap it or wrap it better. Like they wouldn't just be handing a half-open burger.
No, yeah, they did.
This happened to you?
Did.
Yeah, they did.
This happened to you?
Yeah, they did, yeah.
So
they did.
Yeah, then I would ask for a new one. If you couldn't respect me enough to at least make me believe
Yeah.
True. The disrespect would
It's
like
disrespect.
motivate me.
And
so
like
fast.
there was no argument. There was no argument. I was like, oh yeah, like no problem.
What did you do?
I was
Yes.
like, hey, I think that lady just opened it. You know?
Yeah.
It was like a breakfast sandwich. You know? So like I'm like, I think I saw her open it and like show it to you. I don't know if she's a gleeker. You know what I mean? What if she,
Exactly.
you know,
You don't know what kind of
she's talking.
Right.
on it.
Yeah, maybe she's like,
Yeah.
oh, she's got
No, I-
norovirus or something. I don't know what's going on.
Oh
Yeah, it
yeah,
would
you
weird
could
me out.
you could easily shame them.
But here's the
COVID happened 3 years ago. I'm still scared.
here's the thing though. Do I know that they went back and just didn't tightly wrap it again?
That's what I'm saying.
Good point.
I don't.
But sometimes even ignorance is bliss. Like, I'll just blindly believe. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's on the leash.
On the leash.
On the leash.
Completely
I
acceptable.
think
to
you're
ask.
okay to do that.
Lance?
I think it's totally on the leash if you're to do that. You might piss them off, and like you're saying, they might rewrap it. I've been in the drive-thru something, but for the most part, you probably even end up with a new sandwich. They're just probably, it's on the leash.
Like in hindsight, they definitely gave me the same one. They just rewrapped it. But still, it's just the fact that
That's okay. Peace of
Yeah,
mind.
them not even attempting to rewrap it the first time is what would have ultimately drive me asking for a new one.
And she didn't have the option though. You get what I'm saying? Where I was in like the front window,
Mm-hmm.
where like she was just in the lobby, just like handing food off. So she had like 3 bags.
Okay,
You know,
Okay.
so they weren't even like she wasn't in the kitchen.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Completely on the leash.
All right.
You're on.
Good.
You're on.
I figured there wouldn't be a ton of argument, but I also wanted to ask. 'Cause
I would
knew-
definitely feel like a shit
I know, I
doing
felt
it,
bad. I was like-
but I even I might.
I was just like, hey, I think I
Yeah.
think I saw her open this, like, and like open it, like showed it to her. You know. I was
Yeah.
like, So yeah. All right.
Yeah, I
You're
don't
good.
I don't know that I would do it like Kate said, but it's on the leash.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're okay.
All right. Good. All right. Let's get back to things that should be better.
Drive through customer
Yeah,
service.
exactly.
Yeah.
This one's great. Egg containers.
Yep, that was the one I
Egg
liked.
containers?
Yeah.
Egg cartons.
How could
Egg
they
cartons.
be better?
Definitely like
Not styrofoam.
and like locked more. The case. I feel like it could open at any point. Like there's
True.
no
I do
strong
get break
latch.
ones every now and then.
Yeah.
That
I mean, I guess I could live with the what is it, like paper mache?
the papery ones. Yeah.
I could live with those. Like those are a little more sturdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's styrofoam, then there's like a weak cardboard, but you would think eggs would be in like a fragile box, like more protected than
Yeah.
they can easily break, and we have like one layer of
Kate's is
styrofoam.
perfectly fine with
I
the way we
like them.
package eggs.
You know
The
what I do?
styrofoam too?
I don't mind it because I cut them in half and then I put my kids' paints in the little holes, in the little things, so they have little paint pockets.
Good for
And
paint pockets,
I
not
use
good
them
for
for
eggs.
crafts. I use them for crafts.
Okay, so Kate likes them
I kind of
for
like them as
external
a mom.
reasons.
As a mom.
Not to protect her egg.
Yeah, not to protect my egg.
Okay.
But like a standard box would be more protective than what they're using for egg cartons right now.
Yeah. You would
They'd be
think.
clinking together. I think they nailed it.
Well, there'd have to be some dividers in there, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree with this guy who submitted that. Let's see. Nate said eating/meals. I don't know what he means by that.
He probably wants like a Willy Wonka piece of gum that can give you all 4 meals,
Oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Back to
Turn
the
into a
Future,
blueberry.
like rehydrated pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you eat one pill that has an entree and 2 sides in it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Might be fine.
2 people said toilet flushing.
See, I saw that, but like we have advanced. It's just not everyone has it. Like,
Have you
our
seen the
flushers
one
here?
the one that can suck down all those pool balls?
No.
Yeah, I saw an infomercial for this like mega super sucker toilet, and the guy's like, "Watch this," and he just dumps a ton of pool balls in the toilet, and the toilet like hoovers them down in 2 seconds. You're like, "Holy shit! Who's shitting that big that they need that?" But it's still cool as hell.
It could be a whole show of what you watch on TikTok.
I would, yeah. I spend a lot of time in the rocking chair at night. I'm like way too
Scrolling
online,
away.
but that toilet ruled. Also, I can't believe though that we don't have a silencer for toilets yet. My boys share a bedroom. I live in like the teeniest little, skinniest, tiniest townhouse ever. It's very, very small. And the walls are thin. It's whatever. The windows are falling off. Our pets' heads are falling off. But it's our bedroom, their bedroom, tiny little hallway, and the bathroom's right in the middle. They share a room. They're not good sleepers anyway. And at night, I feel bad, but I'm like, Pat, you better not fucking flush that toilet. Like, we're stacking it up which is gross, until they're awake, because it's like, it wakes them up every time. Our toilet's so loud.
No, I think that's I think that's fine.
Oh, we need a silencer on the toilet.
Yeah.
Why
Like,
are they so loud?
I've definitely held a flush not to wake someone up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Not if it's a dump though. They're gonna be waking up from the smell.
Yeah, then it's like it's sitting in there.
I've got that a couple times. Or it's like, come on. But
So yours is strong though, you said.
our toilet?
It's
I don't have the one that can suck pool balls down.
Yeah, but you still got a good
wish.
suction.
Yeah, we're okay. If it can handle the
That's
bees,
good. You give and you take. You got floppy
Yeah.
screens, but you got,
Yeah,
you got a
it's all
good
right. Yeah.
toilet. This guy said toothpaste / toothbrush. There's got to be an infrared way. Infrared way. Sorry.
There should just be like where there's a mouth shaped thing, you just put your mouth on it and it like all done. Like that would be sick.
I think you're right. I agree with that.
Like brushing your teeth is not that hard, but at the end of every night I am like, fuck, I have to brush my fucking teeth. Like I hate it. I do it. I don't like it.
And like I think I said this on this show a couple weeks ago, there's wrong ways to do it too. My dental hygienist is like, you're brushing way too hard. Like you're fucking up your gums because like of how hard you're brushing.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like I'm trying to get everything, man. Like
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you just chill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
be
getting in
gentle.
between them and all that. I know. You're right. There's got to be a better way. Something that you just put in your mouth and like flashes.
Yeah.
Set.
I think this one was just for Mincy, but opening up a package / box.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is true. There should be like right?
I don't know. There's box openers.
I feel like Amazon's getting better. Whatever tape they're using, it's very easy to just do.
You're
with
right
your
about
hands.
that.
So they are getting a little better with it. I saw they're starting to make, this probably won't be a real thing, but mushrooms, they're like growing mushrooms in thin shapes so that like instead of using all the cardboard and stuff, they can do just like biodegradable boxes and stuff like that. I feel like that's coming in the future. Doesn't help me open it, but that's cool.
But yeah, it's, take a bite out of it too.
Yeah, a little mushroom, go on a little trip, eat your mushroom bug.
This guy said getting a coupon for a restaurant, they usually require an app download or an email sign up nowadays. Like I'm not giving my phone number, location, and contacts list up for a buy one, get one half off of small fries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in.
There's always a catch with coupons.
Yeah, I hate downloading new apps.
Yeah.
Like I loathe downloading new apps.
Same.
Like that's why I thought it was genius. Like this isn't even an ad, but Portillo's did it the way where it's just a pass in your Apple Wallet.
Mm-hmm.
So you just pull it up and you scan that.
That's how Wawa has it too.
That's how yeah.
Super easy. And then you
That's
get
so
little
smart.
freebies and stuff and blah, blah, and it's like just simple, whatever.
Yeah, like get the apps out of here.
Yeah, I have to be saving more than $30 to put in my first name, last name, address, phone number, email, and check a couple boxes.
Yeah.
For
Just give me the fucking deal. If it exists.
Like
just
you
give it to
promised.
me. Just, yeah.
But then they just want your date. I think they just want to know where you live.
My mom was a huge coupon lady when I was growing up, and that was when you had to go through the papers and like cut them. And she had like 4 different boxes of blah 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 blah, and like checking out at the grocery store, especially when I was like a teen, I'd always be like, "Oh no, here come the coupon!" Like, because she'd pull out that and have for every little thing.
Would she
Yeah.
hold up the line?
It was like time consuming,
yeah.
but
And she was
what?
just like, "Nope, Katie, this is how we do things."
I guess I don't have room to talk because they were saving money to send me to college, and I dropped out. So I guess thank you for saving that money.
Yeah, there maybe should be like a coupon users only line at checkout.
Yeah.
Same with like people buying lottery tickets at gas stations. Like it should almost be like the pickup line at restaurants.
Yeah.
Because you're going to hold up the whole operation.
Mm-hmm.
Separate them. This guy said the fact that we can't add driver's license information to our Apple wallets is crazy. That should be standard.
Yeah.
I don't know enough. Like, why can't you? It seems like something.
It is kind of crazy.
Seems like they would want your data.
It is kind of crazy though that if you are somewhere and you lose your ID, you're fucked.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It is crazy. That is nuts.
Right.
Yeah, and like, what do you do if you were to lose your social security card or birth certificate?
You got to go if you're out of the country. You got to go to the embassy.
But like even here,
right?
Yeah. What if like your house burns down and you lose all that shit?
that
Like
has to happen.
where do
way
you
more
even
than-
begin? What do you do?
We're just led to believe we're fucked. Like our existence is wiped off this earth if we lose our birth certificate.
Yeah. There's
You
got to
guys
be a
get your
better
real
way.
IDs yet?
I did.
No.
You did? I
I've
gotta
got-
do it.
I'm mad. I've got mine years ago, and they just lied.
Yeah.
You know, like I was so early, and now it's like, what the fuck? I could have waited all this time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back because
the
it's
way
about
till
to
May.
expire. Probably.
No, I did have to go back already. Yes, I did.
I just got my passport expedited because I'm going to Mexico next month for
Oh,
the first
sick.
time ever. But I'm terrified. Like I can just see me losing my fucking passport in like I guess I live in Mexico now.
Yeah.
Like, I guess this is where I'm at.
You going with Pat or some friends or what?
Some rugby friends.
Let's go.
Last time we all hung out, somebody lost their front teeth.
That's my favorite Kate story.
Yeah,
I think I've asked you to tell that like 3 times. In
Yeah.
groups.
So I'm excited. Same group.
Same
group.
squad?
Same squad.
Is the teeth girl going?
No, she's not. She's not going. I wish. I feel like that might have been her last hurrah, her last event.
Really?
With us as a group.
What happened?
Oh, it was a long time ago, but
It's a great story. Tell
I
it.
got to, when you get to a party late and everyone's hammered, but you're sober. This was back when we had Sirius XM. Me and Chaps had a show from 10 to midnight in New York. And all my old rugby girlfriends were in the Poconos at having a party. They got an Airbnb for the weekend. Let's all get together and party. And so I didn't get there. Show ended at midnight. I didn't get there till like 2-something in the morning. And by then, everybody was like fucking donezo. But
Had to play catch up.
at this point, we're all professionals with like jobs and stuff. And one of them had just landed a teaching job that she was starting this coming week. Okay. And this was on Friday so I guess it was like 3 a.m. Saturday morning, whatever. But I get there and I'm talking to people and they're like, like people couldn't even form a sentence at this point. Her mouth is just red wine. Like she had probably had like 4 bottles of red wine at this point. She's like, I'm going to bed, whatever. We hear her walking in the room. We hear like a loud thump. She had fallen on a carpet and there was a like wooden dresser, real sharp edges between 2 twin beds. And she had caught the corner with her 2 front teeth.
Oh my God.
And then vomited. So we run in. She's laying face down in a pool of blood and vomit. It's everywhere. Okay. And we're like, oh my God, she's dead. She's dead. We're all panicking. I'm the only sober one. I'm completely sober. I haven't had a sip of alcohol. So I'm like delegating, blah, blah, blah. We get her up. We turn her around. She's like, no front teeth.
No.
They're gone. We're looking for the teeth now. Can't find them. Some of the girls brought in a spaghetti strainer and are scooping the vomit and blood into the spaghetti strainer to find the teeth. No dice. No dice. I get her into the bathroom and she's like, is it bad? Am I okay? She sees herself in the mirror and starts losing her fucking mind. And it looked like terrible. And it turns out her teeth were in her mouth.
Oh, where?
They were like jammed in the back of her mouth is why we couldn't find them on the floor or whatever. And anyways, then an ambulance came and she wouldn't get in the ambulance and blah, blah, blah. And I ended up having to drive her as like the sun is coming up to this hospital in the Poconos.
Oh my God.
And the staff is like, have you had anything to drink tonight? And she has no teeth, blood, vomit. She's like, no. And it's like, yeah.
No.
I think you have. I think you
little.
have. But anyway, I can't wait to go to Mexico with these girls.
Damn.
It's going to be a good time.
She was so close to on her way to bed.
On her way to bed. Oh, and one of the girls put the teeth in milk. So I had like the teeth in a Solo cup walking into the hospital. And the staff was like, that's like a wives' tale. You do not put the teeth in milk. That's not going to help us. They're like, these teeth will not go back in her mouth. They will not. We can't fix this.
That's a great wives' tale, though.
Wives' tale.
Everyone thinks that.
Everyone thought
Good thing
that.
we skimmed through puke for them.
Yep. And then end of the story, she had to start that teaching job on Monday and her dentist couldn't see her until like Thursday or something.
Oh my
So
God.
imagine teaching middle schoolers like no front teeth.
And you probably have a lisp now.
And have to explain to your like, what do you tell? Like I had a bike accident or something. Like I don't know what you
It could
do.
be better.
Damn.
Like the kids might just think she never had front teeth
Yeah.
or hasn't had them for a while, not just this weekend.
She
I'm
rolls
legit-
like that.
I'm legit bummed she's not going to be there.
I know. But it could change. Maybe we'll see if she's free.
Send her out there.
But this is a good squad that I'm going with. I'm very excited.
How many girls?
I think there's only like 6 of us.
Okay.
Small batch. Small
Cool.
batch.
What did she do that you said that was the first day of the trip? How was she the rest of the trip?
Like didn't see her. Like didn't come out of.
Yeah.
Was. Yeah.
And lo and behold, like, Poconos, from what I understand, like those hospitals are not close,
Nope. It took
right?
took quite some time to get there.
Yep.
While she's like having a panic attack in the passenger seat, and I'm like, good thing I came overnight to go hang out with everybody. It was fun for me.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Should've
It was.
just- yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It's a good time. So.
Not how you expected the first night to be. But yeah, I love that story. Respectfully, I hope the teeth girl's okay.
I hope she's okay too. I'm sure she is.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's heard me tell this. Like I loved it. I do love that story.
I know. It's my favorite case story. I wish she goes though. I hope maybe
Is she
this
not going
Maybe
because
going.
of previous experiences?
I don't know. I'll have to hit up the group chat, which is called Mexico, baby. So we were just tweeting about, we're not tweeting, we were just texting about getting our pubes ripped out before the trip.
In our
They were
wax
like, yeah,
ladies.
the last text I got was like, you getting the weed whacker out? It's like, Think
Your
about
pubes ripped out.
Yep, I'm dreading it.
Are most of the rugby girls like married or like?
Yeah, most now, and
Yeah.
married, kids, blah blah blah. But it's more dangerous because it's like we don't get out much, so when we do, watch out.
Gotta
There's
let
no
loose.
there's no
There's
governor.
no like
Yeah.
slowing into it. And I've never been anywhere tropical before.
Really?
So I've never been anywhere with like clear water, a swim up bar. I've never done an all inclusive, so
Really?
Kate's
Oh,
losing her teeth the first
yeah,
night.
I might come back with no teeth at all. So
That's gonna be awesome. You're gonna have a blast.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Pumped.
That's
So,
great.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm rambling.
No,
I'm
I'm
fucking
interested.
psyched
A whole
for it.
week or just like a weekend?
Just
or
Thursday through Sunday. Just a quick
quick in and out.
in and out. All we
Nice.
need. We got our cabanas rented. We're ready to roll.
Oh,
Good for
wow.
you.
One of them works in the marijuana industry, and
Okay.
we're just bringing some fun stuff.
Bringing the
Gonna-
weed. There you go.
Whatever.
Well, be careful too, Kate.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
yeah.
I'll be good. I'm not leaving the resort. They're all going jet skiing and stuff, and I'm like, I have osteoporosis. I have to stay on the beach, so I'll
broke
be
my-
taking it easy.
I broke my spine giving birth.
Yeah,
so-
I can't do anything else. So
sorry.
hang tight. Yeah,
Damn, I'm excited to hear how that goes.
thanks. I'm excited to go.
This guy said he's right. Never used a printer that worked the way it should.
Yeah.
Fuck, you'd think by now, like, I need the printer all the time, and like I cannot. And I ask people, I'm like, can somebody link me up to the printers here? They're like, no. Nope. No, we can't. You're going to have to go bug somebody downstairs it's like impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, printers have actually become more difficult the more advanced they become because now
Yeah.
they're like Bluetooth and you don't know how to connect before you're just plugging it into your monitor.
And even then, it didn't work great when you just jammed it into the side of your computer.
Right. Or like the first two lines would cut off and you don't know why.
Yeah.
Something
And
like
then it's
that.
all the borders and yeah. This one made me laugh. I don't know what the fix is for this. I don't even know if we need to fix it, but someone said camera shutters at a sports press conference. They all sound like they did when Babe Ruth was at the podium.
They are loud as fuck.
They are.
They really are. Yeah, I don't know. Do digital cameras are they making that sound? Or are they still using old school?
No.
I mean, like that.
Yeah, that one.
Like not just
Yeah,
the
it's
Polaroid.
really
Like,
loud.
That was pretty good.
thanks.
Oh.
You done that before?
Yeah, I was practicing. I saw that reply earlier today. But
They-
I feel like they have to have more advanced
If you can
cameras that aren't
silence a
making that noise.
gun,
Right.
Yeah.
you can silence a camera in a toilet. Come on.
You
And
would think.
vacuums, too, while we're at it. More things should be silenced.
Like vacuums?
Women. Vacuums.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, vacuums should be quiet motors at this point.
When I was thinking about things that have actually become easier, I was thinking about how much easier like mopping became because of the Swiffer. Like mopping, you would have to fill up a whole bucket, get the mop out. It was a whole ordeal, especially like if you live in a small apartment, you're just mopping a small space. Swiffer cuts that time into thirds.
But does it really do as good as a mom?
Probably not, but good enough for a man.
No, yeah.
It's good enough for a man for sure.
Yeah.
I would be like, if I saw a man Swiffering his place, I'd be so impressed.
Yeah, just slap one of
You
those
know he's not
pads on the
mopping.
bottom.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
still you sneak a mop session there, but for every other
Yeah.
mop session, you just go Swiffer,
Mm-hmm.
dude.
This guy said bacon packaging.
Bacon packaging. It is hard to get that. It's what a mess.
Yeah, you got to really be precise.
Sure.
And
I
then if you
guess.
don't use the whole package, it's like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
that is true. Like you're making all the bacon, or you're making.
Or it's a
Yeah.
disaster.
Yeah,
Grease disposal while we're at it.
Yes.
yeah.
You know, a little trick? Just take a coffee mug, put a little foil in it to make a cup of foil. Pour the oil, let it cool, and then you just throw the little ball in the trash.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
That's good. I just pour it in the trash straight
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
Yes.
I guess you could, huh?
Could just do that. Cut out the
I
middleman.
just dump it.
Why have I been doing that?
I don't know. It's probably your way, maybe more efficient
I'll be damned.
because it does gunk up quick.
Yeah, it does.
You know. I don't know.
Right in the trash. I'm going to start using that. Wow, good one, guys. I'm glad I was on this show.
There you go, Lance. You got any?
I was thinking some of like plastic packagings, that you'd get maybe at a store that you pull off one of those metal poles. Some of those plastic packagings are so hard to open, even if you use scissors. It's like, you know what I'm talking about? The real
Yeah.
thick plastic
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Another one would be, why is like every food that tastes so delicious, if it tastes super delicious, you can almost guarantee it's terrible for you.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, how have we gotten where, like, how can we have like food that tastes delicious but is also healthy? I mean, of course there's a balance, typically not. Also, I think like college to some extent, feel like it's pretty fucking expensive, and there's probably a way to like skill and educate our people that doesn't cost $1 bazillion and take as long as it does. But no, a lot of these were nailed. The bacon packaging is clutch because you can't really put it back. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I was talking about this on the Yak. The brownies that I had this week in North Carolina. Guess what the main ingredient was? And they were fucking fantastic. I took a bite. They were like, I'm not going to tell you what's in it. Take a bite, eat this brownie, and then tell me what you think. I couldn't guess because I was like, this is fucking incredible. This is one of the best brownies I've ever had. Guess what the ingredient was? The main ingredient.
I mean, obviously.
It was healthy.
Was it like a Greek yogurt?
How wrong you are.
Oh boy, what a fool. He has
It's
no idea.
It's a magical fruit, if you will. The more you eat, the more you toot.
Huh. Beans.
2 cans of black beans.
2 cans.
2 cans. Like the bird.
We are moving past it.
Really?
Damn, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So I just want to give you a little hope. We're getting there because I am not a health food lady. I cannot stand that shit. I hate when they're like, oh, try chocolate hummus or like whatever. I'm like, no, absolutely the fuck not. Or like the Halo top ice creams that are like 90 calories. I know, sorry, not the same. This, I was like, oh shit, beans.
And they were legit good.
They were so fucking good. I couldn't stop eating them.
And the health difference was that traumatic.
I mean, I'm sure they loaded them with sugar and other shit to get them to taste good. But there was also beans.
Yeah.
So,
Because now it's a conundrum where it's like, all right, these will be good for you in the way where you won't gain weight, but like it might give you cancer.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's like the aspartame.
like
debate.
stevia and all that stuff.
Exactly.
So exhausting.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I got that pop guy, the soda pop guy, on the show tomorrow.
Ooh.
I forget. Were you out that day? The guy who drinks like
Oh.
5 gallons of pop a day.
Oh, I think you were.
That's like
out
all he
on the
drinks?
Yak.
Yes, that's all. He drinks like 16 ounces of water, and then he
Zoom
drinks,
in?
like- yeah, it was a Zoom. Yeah, and then I think he's gonna. I'm gonna talk to Big Cat, but I think he want to fly him in for the next case race to see.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to hear about that. I drink only Crystal Light.
really.
And, well,
That's old.
I drink only Body Armor.
Yeah,
But when I'm not drinking Body Armor, Crystal Light Body, I rarely drink. Actually, I drink Body Armor water.
do you
That's
make
really
it
the
in
only
a
time
gallon?
I make like the big pictures of it,
Yeah.
but between the Body Armor and Crystal Light, that's all I drink.
I feel like every mom goes through a Crystal Light phase.
Yeah.
That's all they'll drink. That and like the Special K diet.
Oh yeah, big time. Almond Mom in it.
Crystal Light was big time back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad it's still having a moment
It's
with
still having a moment with me.
you. Yeah. All right.
Not like Body Armor is
Yeah.
though.
We got War College. Those were some
I-
deep ones by you too.
I have a couple. Is that okay if
Yeah. No. Fuck
I
yeah.
spout off?
Jump in.
Once we don't have to do childbirth anymore, it's over for you motherfuckers. It's over for you. Once we're growing them in little plastic bubbles, okay?
Yeah.
You guys are done for. We're going
once-
to catch up.
Once you get severed, did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, so Severance. You know the premise, right?
No, I mean, I've seen social clips about it and stuff, but I don't quite fully understand. It's like the Matrix kind of.
No, it's like you.
I've watched it all and I fully don't understand.
Like you get a chip, and your work life is different from your home life. Like you don't know either person.
So you only have the memories of work when you're at work, and you only have the memories of home when you're at home.
And this one lady severed herself during her pregnancy, so she didn't experience childbirth or nothing.
But she still has the kid and loves the kid. But
Yeah, for sure. But it was like, oh, I don't remember being pregnant.
Like if they were to see their real life wife walk into their work, they wouldn't know who they are.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got to watch this fucking show.
Yeah. So
All right, so we'll do that. Once we do that, we don't have to. But once we're growing them in bubbles and we're not ripping our taints in half.
Once
you
the
guys
storks are
done so.
back to dropping them off.
do you think that seems like it might happen someday?
Well, people are talking about. I don't know if this is true. This is let me tinfoil hat myself. The people are talking about the Elon Musk egg farms. They're farming eggs.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Like they're
It's
making.
all his kids.
They're
It's
making.
the next Genghis Khan.
They're like, I don't know. They're growing babies in their baby farms and they're whatever. But I don't know. Periods. Why are we still doing that? It sucks. Isn't there a way? Because even if you're on the pill, you still get your period. It's a bummer. I have my tubes out. Earmuffs, guys. I got my tubes taken out during my C-section. They were in there like, do you want any more kids? I was like, no, take those suckers out while you're in there. They did. I still get a period. Why?
Oh, that's
What
crazy.
the fuck?
That doesn't seem right.
I'm very dumb, obviously, but I had this hope. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm glad to be done with that. Not.
How badly does your period affect you? Do you get terrible cramps?
Every month, like clockwork, I have this span of like 3 days where I'm like, I'm going to throw myself in front of a bus. I want to die. I hate everyone. And then the next day I get my period. I'm like, oh, that's what that was. And every month it surprises me again, where I'm like, I should have known that's what that was. I go through a crisis, same time, 3 days every month, where I'm like in the pits of fucking despair.
And you just have to.
And then I'm like, oh, geez, that's what that was. Like,
But then
so
even
mostly
when-
mental. Sorry.
No, you're good.
well, no, and then like cramps. There's this. This is gross, but like it's the feeling like you're gonna diarrhea yourself, but you're not, and that's like a common symptom. It's just like feeling like you're about to shit your pants, kind of.
Because
it's-
some girls are like bedridden from the cramps.
Yeah,
And I
dude,
think
it's
to be doing that
brutal.
every month.
Being on your feet for a long time, you're like, yeah, it's not a good time.
But even when if someone, I'm sure someone has alerted you about it. I mean, you're like, oh no, you're not. You're just, you're going through it right now because those are the 3 days, and you still can't
Pat can
change
probably sense it now.
it. Right? Yeah, but like that.
Hey, you're being a bitch right now. Have you checked the calendar? But then he knows I would murder him at the time he said that, so he can't.
Because I think even if you're cognizant of it, you're still like, that doesn't help.
It doesn't change how
Yeah.
you feel, but like it still. But I've never become cognizant of it. Every single time I'm like, I gotta quit my job. I'm washed up. I gotta go do dental hygiene again. I gotta start life over. And then the next day I'm like, yeah,
There it is.
yeah. Periods. Oh, what was the other one? This is very lady centric. Bras. Bras.
Yeah, they are hard to take off.
But I'll say there should be dummy-proof bras, but also, like, for people with big boobs, they're needed for support. Okay, for running, for whatever. But for those of us with itty bitty titty committee, like, the bra is just for show. I don't need it for support. I could run a marathon without a bra. It wouldn't affect me in any way. And like, I just wear one because
Society tells
society, and it's annoying. It's the first thing I take off every day when I get home because it's uncomfortable. It's like, can't we move past
What
a
about
little bit of
how it's-
headlights here and there? Like,
Yeah, pasties, right? That's the thing. What
just
are they
slap
called?
some pasties on.
I think you could.
I think it's becoming more normal, but only if you're hot.
But like we can't tell if you're wearing a bra or not, especially right now. And if you did if it was in the summer, just throw some pasties on.
Now,
I feel like it still weird people out.
aren't like bodysuits kind of like jumping in this game a little bit? I think I saw that somewhere.
There's more women are like going without it when they're going out and stuff like that. So I think we're getting there. But I just feel like from a majority of women, like we don't really need them unless we're exercising.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they're just uncomfortable. Let's move past it. Let's move past bras and periods and more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would necessarily notice unless if it wasn't for the headlights. I wouldn't.
You would notice, you
Yeah, I
old
think-
dog.
You think they would be like? You think they would be like sagging that much more?
You would. So they give.
Not that I look
What
in the
they
first
do
place.
is they give you a little. They make me look like I don't have two sad, deflated beaver tails on the front of my chest. Like they do give the illusion of you got it a little more together than you do. Sorry, breastfeeding destroys your boobs. Terrible.
But it like
Objects.
makes it better for at one point, right? Right?
Breastfeeding?
Breastfeeding,
Yeah.
oh, big time. You should. Oh my God. When I was in the height of it, I had like double D's. They were awesome. I've never had that before in my life. I did a couple social. It was like during when we have to sell merch for Thanksgiving or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just put on a tank top and was like, buy our stuff. It was awesome. It ruled. I had my son in October. Yeah, that checks out. And then you're done and it like deflates and it's like
Meow, meow, meow.
two stockings full of sand just with golf balls at the bottom. It's.
The trials and tribulations.
Damn.
There's got to be another way. There's got to be
Yeah.
another way. How are we not past this?
I think.
Anyway,
They'll agree.
thanks for having me on. This was neat.
This was good, Kate.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing it.
Thank you, Kate.
Thanks. Thanks for having me. I can't look at you guys in the eyes. Sorry.
No, listen. It's just, I think Katie money grabs when things were cooking. That was probably a good time for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Are you on your period?
Yes, it's terrible.
All right, then. That's it. Thank you, though, Kate.
Thank you, Kate.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks, guys. Okay, sorry.
We'll run it back.
Right.
All right.
Bye.
Lance, thank you. All right, that's it, everyone. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. The Soda Guy tomorrow. It's pretty crazy. He drinks a lot of soda.
I can't wait to watch.
A lot of pop. All right, that's it, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.